Hello, hello. Hope you guys doing fantastic today. This is going to be the last final video of Shaolin build, because we're gonna move on after that. But I wanted to make a short video and talk about a few things that perhaps will be interesting to some of you. But also I wanted to talk about how you can improve this character to like absolutely next level, and also what is my next project because I know that many of you perhaps wait for the next warrior build. Guess what? The next build is going to be a Titan build. All right, so the character, I'm pretty much done with it. I could push it further, and we're going to talk about it in a second. But I figure out there is no point on continuing because number one, I'm very happy with it, and if I wanted to push this character further, I just don't have enough currency to do that. Basically, like at this point, improving this character would take hundreds of divines, right? So it wouldn't be quite like multiple mirrors, but you can definitely keep on going. I did some math. I think you could push to around 65, maybe 7,000 ES, which is way overkill. You absolutely don't need that. Damage is very good, which you're going to see at the end of the video when I'm going to be showcasing the Pinnacle content, me doing Pinnacle content with this character. Uh, I don't want to push this because number one, I don't really have enough currency. Number two, this build will get destroyed next balance patch, whatever that's going to be. You have time to play with it and have fun for like next month, maybe 5, maybe 6 weeks. We don't exactly know when what's the schedule from GGG. Keep in mind that they have to finally release some PoE1 content as well, so they're probably going to be working on that in the nearest future. So yeah, the character is done, is unbelievably strong. Probably the tankiest character in the game. I haven't seen anything tankier than this. Anything. I ask you guys to send me links or to let me know if you guys can find like a tankier character. I had zero private messages or zero links. So so I guess it is what it is. But what you can do with this character, what you can do to push this to absolutely highest level of power, because yesterday on stream, there's a few people that wanted to know what you could do with this build if you had basically unlimited currency. So number one obvious choice is Astromantis. Astromantis on a triple stacker build boosts your damage by absolutely insane amount because this, however much you're gonna have, the maximum roll, I believe, is 128 attributes, the 8 base, and 120 from the catalyst. So this amount of attributes will get multiplied by the percent bonuses that we have from strength, dexterity, and intelligence, from Warrior Invictus and other stuff, spaghettification, and other percent bonuses that we have on the tree and stuff like that. And Astromantis is number one thing you can do that will instantly skyrocket your damage by, you're gonna have twice 2.5 times more damage, and on top of that, all these strength bonuses that we have, Astromantis will give you about 200. You're gonna have close to 1400 strength with Astromantis. So yes, you're going to lose ES because of loss of Everlasting Gaze, but at the same time you will get additional like 150 or 140% increased ES from Astromantis because of the strength boost. So your ES is going to probably jump like 3 or 4,000 because of it. So maybe not that much, but like 2,500, something like that. So Astromantis is absolutely insane. Another thing you can do is you can have Warrior Invictus with attributes and all elemental resistances. That will completely solve your, not completely, but with the bonus resistances from helmet and boots, you're going to be done, right? So you get resistances here, you get resistances here, you get 50 here. You still put the increased armor, evasion, energy shield runes for more spirit and more evasion rating and energy shield. And at this point, you just drop the resistance from these rings and you get intelligence. Of course, for absolute highest possible budget, you want to have tier 1 all attributes, tier 1 strength, tier 1 intelligence. These rings are not even the best rings in the universe because this is T2 strength, this is T3 strength, and not even perfect rolls. On top of that, what you can do with rings is that add physical damage to attacks is not perfect. The perfect scenario is lightning damage to attacks, because I believe that's on average the highest. So tier 1 lightning damage to attacks would once again skyrocket. If you had 2 rings like that, or 1 ring, like mirror like ring plus Calandra's, what was this? Calandra's touch, I believe. The ring that copies your second ring. You're going to be sitting at... I don't even want to like ask how much this will increase your damage. These 2 rings, this upgrade, Astromentis and the Warrior Invictus with resistances, this will be absolutely mind-bogglingly insane. Like, this will quadruple or quintuple your damage at this point. So it'll be one-shotting Pinnacle bosses, like, and they're gone. But that's not all. If you want to do some fun experiments, what you can do is you can, if you want to not invest into damage so much, but you want to take a different approach, what you can do is you have Heroic Tragedy, right? What you can do is divide it multiple times until you find multiple 40% increased energy shield, 10% lightning resistance notables in these areas. This area is insane because there's only one point, the travel point. You can, for example, get 80% from here if you get lucky. This area is insane because there's a lot of clusters here. This place would be decent. If you're going to find an insane Heroic Tragedy, which is going to be very hard to get and very expensive, but once again, for people that don't know what to do with money, you can do that. You can try it out, and you can, for example, get 4 notables. Let's just say from this cluster and from this cluster, you get 4 notables that give you 40% increased maximum energy shield. That is 160. You can drop wherever you want, like even this attack speed if you want, because it's not going to matter. You're going to have too much damage at this point. And you're going to skyrocket your energy shield to the absolute absurd level with this. Why I'm telling you this? Why would you want to scale your energy shield even higher? But before that, there is one more thing you can do. Of course, you can put like a 1100 energy shield, a flat energy shield chest over here. And why I'm telling you that? This combination with this and this should allow you to reach, if you improve your rings at the same time and keep this amulet, this should allow you to reach 65, 70,000 energy shield. If you improved, if you had better adorned, I have only 84%, right? 84% adorned, boom. And I have, many of my jewels are far from being perfect. Like this one is 70% ES, this one is 18% ES, and I have many more like that. If you want to invest into perfect jewels and 95+% adorned, or even perfect adorned, if you have that amount of currency, like mirror worthy chest, energy shield chest with intelligence on top of that, with all this other stuff, I do believe you can reach about 65, maybe 70,000 ES. Why I'm telling you this is because at this point you're getting pretty close to being able to tank a meteor from Arbiter of Ash. If you want to be the first person in the world to tank the meteor from Arbiter of Ash, I'm pretty sure that this is the best build you can do it with. That would require some other adjustments. For example, you would have to max your fire resistance from jewels to 90. That's number 1. Number 2, you would have to do a second weapon set. You would have to invest into curses and get this also, get +1 maximum curse. Actually, you wouldn't need to do that. What you would have to do is to switch conductivity into enfeeble and max your curse effectiveness to reduce the damage from the boss, right? And the max out the curse duration at the same time. If you did all of that combined, I am not sure, but there is a chance that you will be getting to the point where you could tank a meteor from Arbiter of Ash. So if, once again, if for fun, if this is going to be your project for this first league, and you want to be a first person in the world to tank the meteor from Arbiter, then I guess this build is probably going to be your best bet if you want to achieve that. Yeah, this league, right? Because next league, we don't know what's going to happen. Most people assume that ES is going to get nerfed really hard, and yeah, I have to agree. All right. I'm going to talk about Uber bosses for a very short time and how hard they are for this build. Um, Xesht, no problems whatsoever. You just walk in, kill it. He does no damage, right? This is too much ES. We're talking 44,000 ES once again. If you have higher budget, you can get more. With acrobatics with 63% evasion, and that's even more than that because we also have blind, which reduces enemies' accuracy, and we have blind effect on top of that. I think 20%, something around that much. So yeah, Xesht, max difficulty Xesht doesn't do anything. The same for the what is his name, King of the Mist. You just walk in, hit it to death, ignore damage completely. The same story with the expedition boss. I don't have expedition boss recorded because they're very rare. They require you to get the boss in the logbook, right? You need to open up the logbook and check out if there is a boss, and so on. But I did it yesterday on stream if you want to see it for yourself. But honestly there is no reason. It's the same as Xesht and King of the Mist. You walk in and he doesn't do damage. You just kill him. When it comes to Arbiter of Ash, the only reason why you would want to push the damage of this build to higher levels, I guess, is Arbiter of Ash, unless you're very comfortable with dodging meteors, and I would say that meteors are easy. The bigger problem are these flame winds or whatever this ability is. I don't even know how much damage it does. I haven't checked yet on PoEDB. Honestly, I don't trust that site that much. It's not always accurate. But if you want to invest more damage and one-shot the boss, so that you don't have to deal with these one-shot mechanics, then yeah, Arbiter of Ash, I guess, would be the reason why you would want to invest into more damage. Other than that, if you can dodge meteors comfortably, which I think meteors with blink are very easy to dodge for the most part, because you can completely ignore any other damage source, because except for the one-shot mechanics that this boss has, you're immortal. He doesn't do damage to you. So if you can dodge the one-shots, then the fight is extremely easy as the other ones. When it comes to Simulacrum, which I think is currently the hardest content in the game, this build can do it with maximum ease, which you're going to see later. There is only 2 changes, as I mentioned in my build guide, that I would do. Against Simulacrum, you can literally just take off acrobatics and, I don't know, invest it into this node, for example, like I did in the video. This increases your evasion rating to a very high level, and the most dangerous things in Simulacrum are going to be those small monsters shooting lightning projectiles from you. If you're going to have the worst combination of mods possible, like penetration, extra damage, this will completely prevent them from ever killing you, right? Because you just have too much evasion. With acrobatics, if you get insanely unlucky, I guess, personally, I didn't have any problems, but I understand that not every person has this level of gear, right? So I think that without acrobatics, the Simulacrum is just easier because of these little bastards. But, that's one thing. Second thing, what I would do is, as I mentioned also, I believe during the build guide, is I would change Ice Strike for Tempest Flurry. Literally put all of these supports from Ice Strike into Tempest Flurry, and that helps tremendously because you're just constantly moving and killing the nearby monsters with the lightning, projectiles, things, whatever you want to call them. This helps tremendously because, the Herald of Ice doesn't proc off of these monsters. They don't have corpses, apparently. So with this, you can be constantly on the move. And every wave, pretty much, I just did, I was just moving like this and just killing everything. And my ES would barely ever move. And that's how you do Simulacrum. And that's pretty much it. So I would say that Pinnacle bosses in the game are pretty much balanced. I don't see how any live builds can do Simulacrum consistently right now. There are exceptions, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. Yeah. Arbiter of Ash, there is only one complaint I have. The Flame Gust or Flame Wind ability, whatever that is. Meteors are fine, but the Flame thingy, I think it's very hard to see sometimes. Uh, it's a little bit unfair. I didn't die to it a single time. I died as this character. I died 2 times. Both times were during campaign because I was careless. That's right. Level 97, 33%. I haven't died on this character a single time outside of campaign. And of course, in the campaign, if you were a better player and you're more careful, you will not die a single time. And this character is just immortal. It is what it is. All right. That's it. The next project, boys. The next project is going to be a warrior, a titan, and I'm very excited to see where this character is going to go because it's going to be very, 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 very unique character. I haven't seen anything even remotely close to this on YouTube or anywhere else. And I don't want to spoil too much, but it's going to be interesting. We're going to utilize hulking form passive to its absolute maximum effect and hopefully create the absolute freaking abomination of a titan. And this is going to happen. You know, next video is probably going to be about three days. Of course, I have to theory craft everything perfectly and level up the character. So I'm going to just no life and and level up as quickly as possible and put everything together. And yeah, hopefully I'm going to release the video on the character as quickly as possible. I would expect 2 to 3 days, probably 3 days. On Monday is going to be the next video. Alright, that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, any questions, let me know down in the comments. I'm going to read every single one, and I'm going to try to help as much as I can. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time. See you most likely on Monday. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Fourth edict already burns for your world. Fields of ash and chasms of flame shall restore her glory. Behold the burning horizon. Scorch! A plague-born, hungry for milk, yet ruthlessly pillaging her of all she could give. Insignificance. This is the legacy of humanity. Let fear of the void control you, so she may be reborn. The mother soul must